How does God multiply humble offerings? Imagine planting a tiny seed in the ground and watching it grow into a mighty tree. That's how God often works with our small acts of giving. When we offer even a little with a sincere heart, God takes that humble gift and causes it to grow far beyond what we can see. It all starts with trust and action. Giving is like sowing seeds into the ground. If we hold tightly to what we have, it's like keeping the seed in our hand and never planting it. But when we give freely and cheerfully, we are planting seeds that God promises to multiply. The biblical principle of sowing and reaping tells us that those who give generously will also receive generously. Think about the story where Jesus feeds thousands with just 5 loaves and 2 fish. That small offering was blessed by God, and he multiplied it to meet the needs of everyone present. This shows us that God's power can turn a little into a lot. For God to multiply our offerings, we need to give with an open hand and a joyful heart. When we hold tightly, it blocks his blessing. But when we give freely, God can bless and expand what we give. Before he multiplies, he blesses our gifts. That blessing is a divine act that makes the gift fruitful. Faith and obedience are key. When we trust God's promises and obey his commands to give, like tithing or offering, we align ourselves with his plan for multiplication. Scripture invites us to try God by being faithful in giving, and he promises to pour out blessings in return. But it's not just about us. God multiplies so we can be a blessing to others and help build his kingdom. Resources are entrusted to us by God, and we are called to use them for his glory. The real miracle of multiplication is God's power at work. It's not about human ability but about his grace. When we manage our resources wisely and give with faith, we open the door for God to work. Practical steps include regularly giving tithes and offerings as acts of worship, cultivating a generous heart, and trusting that God can take small gifts and turn them into big blessings. Expecting God's multiplication is part of trusting his promises. When we give humbly and faithfully, God responds by blessing and multiplying what we offer. This is how God turns our small acts into big impacts for his glory and for others.